Good morning, ladies and gents, and welcome to another little look at some trailers. As you can see, first up we have Fresh Start Cleaning Simulator, which I'm intrigued by. There's only a 30-35 second trailer here, and again there's prices for one of the 5 games we're looking at today on Steam. For whatever reason, it doesn't seem to be a thing. I don't know. But anyway, let's have a little look at Fresh Start Cleaning Simulator. Due out October 11th. Well, that looks like a nice, simple little game, doesn't it? Literally, you go around, you clean stuff up, you build some new buildings. It's probably really, really satisfying to play. Kind of like Power Washing Simulator, right? A similar sort of thing. Clean it up, and then you see what it's all turned into at the end. Now, there's no price. Let me have a quick look on the Steam page and see if there's any more details. It's going to be early access, which not surprised, unfortunately. It seems to be the most frequent thing in the world at the moment. Yeah, there's not really much info on the page. I think they're all just showing one level at the moment, so I don't know how many levels there'll be eventually or not. There's just no details on it. But, it's just a water gun? I can't really tell what this is like firing, or if it's like a vacuum or what. But I don't know, it looks nice and simple fun. I don't know the price again. It's not got one. But yeah, I can see it being satisfying, right? Like some of those other simulators, like I just said, the power washing one or lawn mowing simulator, that sort of thing is probably the vibe that I'm getting from it. But that 30-second trailer doesn't actually give away a huge amount. Grand Prix story game. Well, I like F1. I do like to watch the F1. So let's see what this has got. Oh. Okay, there is audio. I was worried for a sec. Ooh, isometric racing game? Oh, that's challenging. Okay, good. Good. It's the management aspect rather than the actual racing. I was going to say, this would be difficult. Get 4. I like the aesthetic, but not sure all the fonts quite fit it. Not sure all those fonts quite fit it. Like this, actually here, love the pixel art style. You got the little marshals, the cars, they're great. They look a bit like carts, but it's cool, it's fun. But it's the text on like the menu button down here. Just doesn't look quite right, and oh, that guy has had a proper crash. Yeah, and that aura active text just seems a bit weird. It needs to be more of this style text. Like this text looks great, really fits the style. But there, yeah. See, I don't know. It doesn't just stands out as not quite complete to me. That text. This is cool. There is F1 Motorsport Manager that I think has already come out. It would have been fairly recently if it did. But again, this is planned release for the 11th of October. And there's not really, it doesn't really show a huge amount of depth. Like, there's no, so we got installed in different parts, but it doesn't show us which parts, or like what the choice is, or how your decisions make a change, because we can see like orders being sent during the race. There was like aura on or get 4 and whatever stuff here. What that means, I'm not really sure. Get 4, does that mean get number 4, or you get 4 of whatever these research points are, or whatever they're called? And then there's the aura, which I'm assuming is like a boost kind of button that you can sort of activate for a little bit. It's like you get in the zone mode or something like that. I don't know. I'm not sure it's quite for me, even though I do like motorsports and stuff. I like the visual style. Like I said, there's just a few bits that stand out, but gameplay-wise, it doesn't really seem that appealing. Yeah. There's no detail as to what we're actually doing. So it's hard for me to say, this looks great. But we'll move on to the next one. Ozymandias. Bronze Age Empire Sim. Now that name just reminds me of one of those Breaking Bad episodes. I'm pretty sure it's one of the epic last few episodes. So let's have a little look and see what we got.
I met a traveler from an antique land. My name is Ozymandias, King of Kings.
Okay, so you pick your location. Oh, it looks a bit like Civ. Okay. Oh, there's a lot going on here. Interesting. So it's some kind of Civ builder, and everyone's got like different sort of perks, different starting things. I like that it's pounds. It's an interesting one to use for currency, but I guess it makes sense, right? Yeah, sure. Yeah. It looks very like simple turns. I'm not sure. Like this. I don't know if this is resources you get. No, this is resources you use. So every turn you can expand your empire depending on how much of this resource you have. So that looks nice and simple. And everyone does that. And then you can spend your money on whether you want more research, whether you want more, whatever this is, crops, or more army. And I assume there's going to be some sort of conflict. I'm not sure what the conflict resolution and stuff is, because it didn't really show that. These here, you've got to have certain different requirements to build these wonders. I don't know if the wonders are like an auto-win sort of feature, kind of like, in Age of Empires, you'd build a wonder and wait a little bit of time, and then they would spawn and it would be fine. But like, it doesn't really show conflict resolution at borders, how you like take over, and then there's mysterious races that appear from history as well. It looks like it might be a nice, simple, like, faster version of Civ, which in some ways appeals to me, because I haven't... Like, Civ takes so long that I can't really get into it to play sort of a single game, whereas this looks like it's a much faster version of it. and I'm not sure what the combat is or how that works. That's going to be the question as to how it resolves. I assume it resolves through some numbers, some sort of like risk-like element, but I can't see anything actually in this trailer to tell me. And it's due out 11th of October. It looks pretty fun. There is a demo available, so it might be worth downloading it, having a little look if you think it might appeal to you. I'm actually might do it myself. I might do it on a little stream and just see how it is, because it's been ages since I actually played Civ. I quite like the idea of Civ. I just don't really like the amount of time it takes to play Civ. So I'll have a look at it. I'll give it a go. That one, yeah, that one's maybe a sleeper hit. You never know. Okay, ladies and gents, we have Asterigos. Now, I know this has come out on Xbox and PS4 5. I'm not sure if it's already launched, or if it's to come out at the same time on PC. This one does actually have a price, amazingly. $29.99, again, out October 11th. Let's have a little look at the gameplay trailer. This is the Xbox gameplay trailer, so we'll probably get Xbox branding and stuff.
Curiosity drives us forward, leading us to explore the known and challenge the unknown. Yet it also makes us forget our limits and attempt to control that which should never be touched. The righteous path is always fraught with danger. The curse of Aphis has proven this, and none of us should repeat the same mistake.
This looks quite cool, to be honest. Some of these locations and monsters are very, very fun. Okay. Yeah, no, I like the look of that. Quite a lot, actually. It's like... It's obviously gameplay looks similar, sort of, to the Souls games, in that it's a single player, like, lots of difficult bosses. At least that's what they're showing off, is a lot of boss fights. They're not really showing off much, like, just trash clearing, stuff like that. It's a lot of big monsters that you're fighting, dodging around, dodging mechanics, attacking, exploration, plus you're going up. That's a classic Dark Souls thing. See, there's a little bit of it there. And you've got different attack styles. Plus some puzzle solving stuff. I don't know, it looks fun. The locations though, like, look at the Minotaur. Yeah, no, really cool. This creature as well, this like crystal golem thing, is very cool. $29.99. Interesting. Not sure quite what the story is like, but the monster designs are cool. The actual main character looks pretty nice. I don't know. This looks like it has quite a lot of potential as a good one. And there's also a demo available for this. Amazingly enough. Yeah, so basically you're exploring this single city is what the Steam page is saying. And there's lots of bosses and stuff like that. And obviously they're based off of various mythical creatures. We've sort of already seen that from like the Minotaur. I'm not sure what this guy is. Giant crocodile thing. But it's really cool, like, location-wise. They look nice. lighting looks nice, textures and stuff look good. Obviously, I think for something like this, the most important part is the gameplay and how it feels, because it is combat orientated, and that is why the Dark Souls series do so well, or any of the FromSoft games, because they have nailed that gameplay loop, and they've got it down to a T, and it feels good to play. It'll be interesting to see how Asterigos from Acme Game Studio does it, but it has potential, you know. I'd say maybe check out the demo, or wait, see what reviews are saying, because there's always a possibility that actually when you play this game, it just does not feel very good at all. So, we'll have to wait and see on that one. We've got one more trailer to have a look at. See you in a sec. Okay, this is a slightly interesting one in that I think it's a remake of a Nintendo 64 game. I didn't play it, but just looking, it seems like it is a remake. It is Chasm the Rift. So let's have a little look at the trailer. As you can maybe tell by the textures, it's not it's not graphically going to blow your mind away. However, it's probably got a really nice style, and hopefully it means there's been a lot of focus on actually the gameplay and stuff, and recreating that classic, like, Doom-style shooter. So let's have a look.
Our intelligence has received word of a disaster from one of the power stations. This looks very much like the actions of the Time Strikers.
We found that the monsters use energy fields in order to transport to our dimension. It's possible to use the energy of the pyramids to alter the flow of time. This is our only chance. We will send you through time. Earth depends on you.
Love it. It's very old school FPS, isn't it? That's so like Serious Sam, Doom. That's great. No, style-wise, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Going back in time to stop these creatures harnessing the power of the pyramids. Crazy. What a crazy story. There's a nuke randomly. What that's doing there in Egypt? No idea. There's the time wibbly wobbly. Big old creatures. I assume it's basically a remake of the original game. I'm not exactly sure. It might be like a spiritual sequel. But it's classic gun types, right? Bunny hopping, all that jazz. So if you like your old school FPS, Chasm the Rift may well fit that bill. It's got a demo as well. There's a demo available. Crazy. Why are there so many demos this week? Okay, so the original game was 1997, developed in Ukraine, and it's the first Eastern European boomer shooter ever made. Interesting. Oh, and inside the download, they will have the original version of Chasm the Rift, working on DOSBox. Just included as a bonus little thing for the original game, but I'm assuming it is basically the entire thing redone, remade for modern stuff. That's cool. That's cool. I like it. I like that a lot. Classic FPS games look great. How much it is? No idea. Again, low price. But it is out on the 10th, so tomorrow when I'm recording this. And it looks good fun. There's been... Okay, so out of those 5 games, we've had a bit of a mix, really. Fresh Start Cleaning Simulator. Yeah. It's hard to say. It's early access. You never know quite what you're going to get. Grand Prix story game. Looks kind of cool, but the fact that F1 Motorsport Manager came out and it's probably just a more advanced version of it, it's kind of hard to look past. Ozymandias Bronze Age Empire Sim. Quite fun by the looks of it. Like, a 4X game that's faster paced is, it's a strange little thing. It'll be a lot simpler, so it might not have the same like replayability as something like Civ, but as like a one-off or an occasional thing, looks like it could be kind of fun. Asterigos with this crazy like boss fighting, dodging, dipping, diving, dodging style of game with all these big bosses and stuff like that. Again, it really depends on how the gameplay pans out as to whether that's worth it or not. And last but not least, obviously, Chasm of the Rift, old school FPS remake. Sweet, on GOG and Steam. And that's going to wrap us up for the week, so thank you for tuning in. There'll be another one of these next weekend, as you should know by now. 5 different trailers, 5 new things to come out. I also noticed when I was looking, Project Wonderwaff, that I did in last week's video, still hasn't come out. It's obviously been delayed for a week. It was the like underground bunker sort of thing, so who knows what's happened to that. Anyway, see y'all later.